Hey, this is Dave with AllProWebTools. I'm going to be showing you how to set up the AllProWebTools smartphone app. So I'm going to pull up my phone here. Now you can download the app from the Google Play Store or from the Apple App Store. And once you have it loaded on your phone, you can just click the icon here. And this is the setup screen that you're going to see when you very first load it. And so you're going to want to swipe that over. And it's going to ask you a question. Do you already have an AllProWebTools account? And this is important because if you don't have an account, you can click no, and then we'll give you a button where you can just automatically log into our demo. That way you get to experience the app without actually connecting it to your live AllProWebTools account. Now, if we do want to connect it to our AllProWebTools account, we're going to click yes. And we're going to see some instructions to log into our AllProWebTools account from a regular computer like a laptop or a desktop computer. Now, the reason for this is you're going to swipe over again, and you're going to see that you're going to be pulling your support code from the bottom of your screen on your laptop from your AllProWebTools account. That is a special code that's going to help us to make sure that the app is securely connected to your account and your account only. So once you have that support code, you can go ahead and click Next, and the next screen is going to ask you to enter that support code. So your code is going to be different than my code. So make sure you use the code that you see in your AllProWebTools account. And then it's going to ask you to enter in your username and password. Now your employees will each enter in their own login and password on this screen. They're all going to use the same support code, but each person has a different username and password, and that's how you're going to identify all the different people who are logged in with the app. So once we have all that entered, we're going to go ahead and click Login. So this is the screen that you'll see when you first log in. You've got your company summary at the top here with your key metrics, and you've also got the workflow timeline, which you should be pretty familiar with. You can scroll through that and see all the things that are going on in your company, and you can also click on any of these items to see more information about that specific client. So you've got their name, their company name, their address information, their phone number, and you can also take notes. So this is great when you're out and about and you run into somebody that you're working with. You can take notes about the interaction that you had, and you can scroll through the timeline here. And then you also have your actions. So up here you have the ability to send a text message, and this will use the AllProWebTools text messaging system through phone.com. So everything will appear to be coming from your business phone number, and this is great for all of your staff all using the app. It's all going to be coming from the same phone number. So your client doesn't have to figure out which of your staff they're communicating with and which phone number to use. Everything gets funneled through that same company phone number. Then you've also got your Facebook messaging. So if the client has contacted you through Facebook from your business page, those communications will come right through on the app and you can respond back. Then you also have the ability to send an email, and that's also going to go through the email system built into AllProWebTools. It's not going to use your native email system on your smartphone. And then you have the ability to place a call, and it's going to call them directly from your smartphone, and it's going to use the primary phone number that is on their account. And you've also got the introduce button. So if you're out and about or at a networking event and you run into somebody and you want to introduce them to another contact of yours, you can go ahead and easily put in the other person's name, and it will pop up with the default message, which you can change, and then you can just hit send there, and it's going to connect those two people. Makes networking a lot easier, a lot faster, and it's going to put a note on each of their CRM records in your account so that you can remember when it was that you introduced those two people. And back to the main screen here, we're going to click on the main menu, and we've got the ability to list out all of the staff of the company and to access all of our contacts and to do time card entries. And then there's the about field and the ability to log out. So we're going to start with staff, and we'll see that this pulls up all of the staff in the company. Now we have their phone number, and we can click this phone icon, which will pop up your cell phone normal phone calling system, and you can make a phone call to your employees, or you can use the internal staff chat, which is included with all versions of AllProWebTools, and you can chat directly with your staff from there. And if they have the app installed on their phone, it's going to pop up just like a text message. And so next up is contacts. So these are all of the leads and customers in your company. So we can click on any of those and we can pull up that information here. And if we want to see their custom fields, we can just click here to see all of the custom fields for that client. That's just like the standard CRM system. And next we can go to the main menu and go to Timecards. Now this is something that we've been asked for quite a bit so that employees of a company who are out and about doing things can clock in and clock out. Now this has a few features to it. One is it does allow the owner of the business to track the GPS locations of their staff as they're clocking in and clocking out during the day. And so it's pretty simple. You just click the clock in button here and it's going to ask for the device's location. So you just want to click OK through that. So it's pretty simple to use. Just click the big clock in button here at the bottom and then it gives you the time that you're currently clocking in for, and you can change that by just moving the dial. And then you can set, let's say 6:40, and we'll say OK. And there's our clock in time. And then when it's time to clock out, we can click the clock out button and we can set the clock out time. And then it's going to ask us for notes. And there's our time card entry. So we have the clock in time and the clock out time. Now, if the employee makes a mistake, they can click the red garbage can here to delete the record and create another one. So as they go about their day, they can continually clock in and clock out for different clients that they're working with. And those entries will all display right here in the time record. And next on the main menu, we have the About screen. And that just tells you a little bit more about the version of the app that you have. So if you're having any problems or questions, we might ask you for the app version. And you're always going to want to make sure that you have the latest version because we're going to be consistently releasing new updates with new features. This is also going to show you which version of AllProWebTools you have. And down here at the bottom, there's a button to send device information to support. So you might be asked for that if you call in for support. And finally, on the main menu, there's the ability to log out. So if you have maybe an iPad in your office that different staff are sharing, then they would be able to log out and then log in again with their own login information so that they can use the same device. So that's the tutorial of the smartphone app. We plan on adding additional features, but that is all up to you and your requests. So we'd love to hear from you on your ideas of how to make the app more useful. As you go about your day as a small business owner, what would you like to see added to the app? Go ahead and leave that in the comments or let us know in our AllProWebTools forum. We look forward to hearing from you.